Welcome to the Kev and Pickle Show. As we always do, let us introduce ourselves.
Don't blame the movies. Blame movies don't create cycles. Movies make cycles more creative. No, I'm not Billy Lomas from Scream. I am Kev.
And I, of course, am Pickle. And as everybody can see from the background, Kev is fully getting into the Halloween spirit already.
Yeah, it's all up. It's all up.
Yeah, so it is, of course. I meant to ask you what way we were doing this week's episode at the start of it. Because we're already in it, I'm just going to throw in now. The Kev and Pickle Show, of course, is sponsored by the fantastic Tony's Pizzeria, Park Street, Dundalk. Okay, Kev, it's episode 88, man. 88. And as I ramble on while you try and find the email, right, I'm going to tell everybody that we are...
I'm not closing my email down.
I'll always say the same as I always do to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this week, guys. It is, of course, episode 88. We are 12 episodes away from number 100. Okay? And by God, is there plans for that episode, right? Kev, if you can, why don't you tell everybody what's kind of coming up this week?
Oh, sorry. This week's topics, we're going to talk about sex change-ups, cinema sex, the Facebook phenomenon of Dundalk dolls. I don't know what that is. Pickle's going to tell me. This week's top 5 and our new dad joke section,
which is going to be shocking to say the least. And also, Kevin, did you notice the lovely font that I put the?
I don't know what that's about.
I don't know. I did it by accident. I thought I'd just wind you up. Right. So, Kevin, but first of all, as we always do, we have to jump into the history and birthdays, which I didn't do the birthdays of yet. I'll do in a minute. The history of 1988. Here's a little thing about 1988, right? I could tell you loads of stuff, but the one thing I'm going to tell you to do is, right, I don't know how anybody was alive in 89 because everything I found involved either plane deaths, bombs, volcanoes, train track wreckages, whatever way you call that. It was not a very good year. So the first thing I'm going to start off was this, because we're talking about trains. The 5th of April, Kuwait Airlines Flight 422 is hijacked while en route to from Bangkok. Now, you can guess why I'm telling you this story, because there's certain words in it that I find funny, okay?
Can I just interrupt?
Yeah.
In Denmark or Norway, right? One of them. Jordan, who wants to be a millionaire, right? What country is Bangkok in? No. Thailand's capital is, and I said, Bangkok, Bang Dick, Bang Tits, or Bang something else, okay? That was what it was. It was unreal. I don't know how they got away with it, but they did. Wow. Bangkok, Bang Tits, Bang
ass,
and Bang something else. It was unreal.
Wow. Hey.
Go on, carry on.
From Bangkok to Thailand to Kuwait, right? The hijackers demanded the release of 17 shite Muslim prisoners held by Kuwait, and shite is spelled with 2 I's in that one, okay?
Sheet.
Yeah, but it looks like shite. Kuwait refuses to release the prisoners, leading to a 16-day siege across 3 continents. That's a lot of fucking petrol. 2 passengers are killed before the siege ends. Rolled forward 16 days, April 20th, the world's longest skyjacking. Never heard that word before. Comes to an end when the remaining passengers of the Kuwait flight 422 are released by their captors. That was pretty cool, I thought, because also the word Bangkok and shite was in it, which was always good, like, okay? And then another one. The bad year for planes. Pan Am flight. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember this, Kev. 103 is blown up over Lockerbie, Scotland, killing a total of 270 people. A certain country is suspected of involvement, Kev.
Gaddafi, wasn't it?
That's not a country. Where country was he from?
What name the country, and I'll tell you if I'm right.
Libya.
Colonel Gaddafi, yeah.
Right, there we go. And then, Kev, if I was to say the greatest thing that happened in 1988 was sang by a man sweating.
Johnny Logan.
Playing a guitar, drinking a lot back then, not anymore, and you can't drink at his concerts either.
Or Christy Moore.
It was in the year of 88 in the lovely month of June. You remember that one? Jocks goes to
Stuttgart. I was going to say Germany, but that was.
So
I'd be right, but I wouldn't be right.
On the 12th of June. That's not
the day I got born. No, that's the day I got born.
He got married.
The day I got married, yeah.
He got married, right? In 1988, the Irish press were delivered an unanticipated delight as they witnessed Ireland on their debut at a major international tournament overcome England at the Neckarstadion in Stuttgart. Kev,
dirty, rotten English.
Who put the ball in the English net that night or that day?
Was it Ray Houghton?
It sure was. I think header over whoever the fuck it was, Schiltz or something like that.
Shilton.
Was Shilton the keeper then, yeah?
Yeah. Shilton was the keeper for fucking nearly 20 years.
So 88 then was probably the year as well when Ronnie Whelan shinned, or was that 86? Remember Ronnie Whelan shinned the ball against the USSR? Was that the same tournament?
No, it had to be the same tournament. So 88 was the only tournament we were in.
Oh,
that was the first tournament we were in.
I literally just said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Right, and Kev, who do you think was born in 1988?
Apart from me, brother, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't found it yet. So, oh man, Kev. We talked about her. We talked about her in an island that she's from or something. But what? No, Trinidad and Tobago.
Rihanna.
Yes. Rihanna's 34, hey. February 20th, 1988. She's 34, Kev. Wow, hey. Adele.
What age do you think she was?
I don't know. A little closer to us. Adele.
Something different between Rihanna and Adele. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right. But she was born, right, on May 5th, 1988. My favorite basketball player, Steph Curry. Any Warriors fans out there, any NBA fans, was nearly your birthday, Kev, March 14th. And then let's finish it on a high. Vanessa Hudgens.
My go-to.
December 14th. Now,
I started watching Christmas movies already, and the first one I watched was with her, Princess Switch.
Kev, the only film that matters that she was in is We're All in This Together. High School Musical, baby.
I mean, she looked really innocent. She looked probably too innocent now. Now she's looking filth.
Yeah, but you want a happy medium. So you do, hey. So listen, that is your birthdays and history, Kev, of 1988. So come here, tell me, and tell everybody, how was your week?
I don't think I did that in this week. No, I didn't do that.
I know what we didn't fucking do.
I put up my decorations. That was it. We were meant to go in to see our studio, but unfortunately we didn't.
Nope. Again.
Now,
for you, Kev, I don't think so. For me, I have to give a shout out to a young chap by the name of.
Well, you have to give a shout out to fucking. You have to give a shout out to Slim Memorial as well, because our soul took another holiday.
I'm back in 2 days. Relax yourself. I was in fucking Newry like 8 o'clock that morning. Have to give a shout out to Jamie O'Hanrahan. Fan of the show, friend of the show, friend of us. O'Hanrahan Electrical. He was in the house the other night and he, after bopping up 2 TVs up onto the wall, which just look incredible. And I don't know what I'm at myself anymore. I don't know where I should be in the kitchen. Don't know where I should be in the sitting room. Don't know where I should be.
Pickle's from the country, right? Pickle's from the country, but he's turned into a real townie now. He's got fucking 55 inches and 65 inches stuck all over his house. That's real. It's a real townie thing.
Speaking about 50 inches, right? The first winner of the Kevin Pickle Show Pizza
15-inch.
was, of course, Mags Bailey, who had it. Today is Thursday, we're recording. She actually had it this evening, so she did. Have to give a big shout out.
A lot of pepperoni. Love it.
They don't like jalapenos, so they must have maybe thrown on something else, because they did say, Tony's, if there's something you don't like on it, that's grand. But Kev, how do you feel that somebody has just had 15 inches of me and you? 13 inches of them are yours, 2 inches of me.
She's not the first one that had it.
Well, not the two of us. She is. I can't remember ever doing the Eiffel Tower. So I can't. So, apart from that, though, Kev, we have a couple of shout-outs that we had to do. We were asked to do. So, have you got the first one now?
I'll go first. It's
right.
From So Sad. Okay, it's called Let's Walk the Dog. Okay, and it is sponsored by So Sad. You can walk anywhere, or you can join them. It is the 29th of October at 1 p.m. in St. Dominic's Park in Old Bridge. Okay, so that's near Drogheda. It's just outside Drogheda. It's just part. I think it's where the old Battle of the Vine was. There is going to be light refreshments and chats. You can sign up at www.sosadireland.ie, and you can go on to at James O'Donnell Photography as well. He's got a picture there of James and his dog Iggy.
Happy days. And then the other thing that we were asking a shit about with them as well is, obviously I had won Garth Brooks tickets before with a competition. They have a similar competition on again. This time it's Watch the Manchester Derby in Style from the Sir Bobby Charlton Stand Suites.
Lovely.
Enter now for your chance to win 2 tickets and €100 towards your flight. Tickets are €15 and the raffle closes on the 22nd of December because the match takes place on the 14th of January, okay? An amazing prize, and all the proceeds, of course, going directly to So Sad Ireland as well. So
that's an excellent prize.
Yeah, we'll put over the next obviously couple of weeks, couple of months, and the other ones, like we'll share it a few times and that as well, so everybody can see it, so they can. But yeah, I think that's all the shout outs, Kev, that we needed to do. Are you going to hit me?
Yeah, it isn't. You're not embracing the Halloween spirit, so I am. So would you rather?
Yeah.
Get sucked off by a.
Jesus Christ! I'm just going to go with that one. Right,
by a zombie, right, or by a vampire.
Well, vampire, because there's nothing wrong with a bit of teeth.
There's a lot of teeth.
Yeah, but no, there's only like two. And mine would probably fit. Mine would fit in between.
In between.
Yeah. I'd only feel it on the sides.
Well, what if you didn't bit into it and suck all the blood out of it, like?
But what about the zombie? You know, we didn't go for your brain.
But the zombie's head could fall off. Like, a part of the arm could fall off, or the head could fall off. So, like, she could just be attached to it, and it could just be giving you all head.
So it'd be like a really pale, cold sex doll missing an arm and a leg. Because if it's just stuck there.
Why is it cold?
Well, it's a zombie. I'm guessing zombies aren't warm. Actually, they probably are.
Yeah.
Are zombies hot or cold?
I don't know. I prefer the zombie. I don't want to have teeth marks. But I don't want damage done to it again.
Yeah, hand to God, man. Was there ever any actual damage done that time to you?
Well, I've recovered.
No, I know there was blood, but I'm just saying. Well, it
snapped my banjo string.
Jesus.
Well, I didn't snap it. I just tore it a little bit.
I wish I had one of them.
Do you know banjo string?
I have no idea what that even is. I am
innocent. It's the bit that attaches your foreskin to the knob. So either you've been circumcised or you're not circumcised.
I'm not circumcised.
So you have banjo string. So you have banjo string. Don't pull it. Don't take it out. Pull it out. You won't see it on the screen anyway.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what that is. Yeah, no. I think I maybe it's just what my preference would be. I'd take a bit of teeth. I think zombies could be toothless and gummy, right? So imagine that could be like getting it off like an old woman, and like a really, really old woman, or getting it off a really fiery young one that doesn't know what she's at with her teeth. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, Kev. It's a tricky one, but I think for me, I would.
You're going to zombie.
I'm going to vampire.
You're going to vampire.
I'm going to vampire. I think it'd be more fun. I definitely think it'd be a lot more fun. So, Kev, topics for the week. We kind of said
I didn't know any of these topics were coming up. So, do you want to go?
I fucking said to you like 5 hours ago.
Well,
6 hours ago.
Well, what way do you want to go? Do you want to go jokes first? You see, I'm not living in Dundalk. We've got the Cooley community group.
You do not.
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't
all
know.
the stuff that's happening around
the
peninsula.
Sorry,
yes, Cooley won the championship. Sorry, I did. Cooley won the championship, intermediate championship this week. My son was absolutely delighted with it. So yeah, the bet to Kevin's in the final, and the ladies bet to St. Pat's. So it was a
double
big rivalry. A lot of crack going on throughout the week. I think it's probably still happening in some of the pubs around Cooley.
And the Corbetts, because that's where they all went.
A lot of them were in Corbett at one stage. Yeah, but I think they went travelling around the place. So, yeah, they give everybody a bit of a shout out. So, fair play to Cooley ladies and Cooley's men, because I know a lot of the players with both men and the women team. And so, yeah, well done, girls and boys.
Happy days. Happy days. Right, Kev. Sex change operations. Do you know how long they take?
I don't think. Well, it depends on the person, I'm assuming, from that transitioning from man to woman or woman to man. And I think a lot of them now don't actually associate when they're going through the transition. They're called trans, but when you make it to the finish line, for talk's sake, you're then a man if you were a woman, and if you were a woman, you're now a man. So you're not a transsexual anymore. You're just because you didn't want to become. You're transitioning.
Yeah, what is it? Transvestite is the wrong word because that's not even a word or something. It's you're changing your it's transgender. Is that the right word?
But no, because a lot of them don't even think themselves as transgender anymore because they believe themselves to be the new sex that they become.
Right. So transsexual then, because you're changing your sexuality more so than.
Well, no, you're not changing your sexuality because you could be a male.
Yeah.
That turns into a female that is still fancying women.
Well, I always ask that question. If you're a man and you turn into a woman and you want to have sex with men, does that not mean you're just a gay man?
No, because then you're a woman. Because you're a woman now.
But okay.
But you have to be careful what you're saying.
No, I'm asking this question. Right? I said it before.
If you're a man, if you're a woman and you turn into a man, okay, or transition into a man.
Yes.
Okay. And then you still want to be with women.
Yeah.
You're just a man being with a woman.
Yeah, you're not a lesbian.
You're not a lesbian because you're now a man.
Because you're not a woman.
No, but as I believe a lot of them, there was some of them on Good Morning Britain one of the other mornings and said, no, I'm not a trans person because I am now a man. Okay, so I know he was a man, I'm now a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was another person talking about gender. And he's like, she's like, this is a disgraceful thing to say. There is two genders. This was a trans person.
Yeah.
It was a man to become a woman. And she was the one that said there was two genders. There's men and women. There's no other genders. And this was a person that transitioned from man to woman. But she didn't believe there was other genders. Like supposedly there's 100 genders. Like there's a two-spirit person, okay, who supposedly doesn't believe that he's a man or a woman, but believes that he can have sex with men and women. And something else, that this is the sort of scenario, but supposedly there's 100 genders. And this is where I was asking when we were talking to the girl that from
Mary, yeah.
And I was asking about genders, and I still don't believe there's more than one gender. There's more than two genders. There is men and women. I don't believe it. And people might say that I'm sexist, or might say that I'm transphobic, or might say that I'm sexual phobic, or whatever. That is my belief, that there is two genders, because I base it on science, on that part of it.
Yeah,
okay?
So they just looked it up.
Yeah, if you believe in 100 genders, that's okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you believe there's 100 genders. But the thing is, you don't believe that I only believe in two genders. So that's you're a hypocrite. That I can be okay that you believe in that, but you're not okay that I believe in my belief. Yeah, okay, because everybody has to believe in their beliefs, and that's okay. And I'll trust you that you can do that, but don't make me believe in it.
Yeah. So two-spirit refers to a person who identifies as having both a masculine and a feminine spirit, and is used by some, I can never say this fucking word, indigenous people, I can't pronounce it properly, to describe their sexual, gender, and or spiritual identity. As an umbrella term, it may encompass same-sex attraction and a wide variety of gender variants, including people who might be described in Western culture as, and these are what I'm reading, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, transgender, gender, queer, cross-dressers, or who have multiple gender identities. And it can also include relationships that could be considered as poly, which we know.
I've got 3 words for that. What the fuck?
I read it, and I'm still kind of trying
I'm
to
sorry,
to,
but that's
process
bullshit.
That.
Like, you imagine trying to tell your children there's between man and woman, and then there's all these genders. Are you having a fucking giraffe?
Remember, there was the whole that guy, the birds and the bees. I mean,
the bees and the boards, and the bees and the bees, and the boards and the boards, and the boards and the bees, and the bees who want to become boards, and the boards who want to become bees, and the bees who were boards and now bees, and the boards who was boards and now bees.
Exactly right. So back to the
two
sex.
Genders.
Yeah, back to the sex up, right? Yeah. So male to female sex reassignment surgery, right? So, and Kev, I'm going to go into some very medical terms here, okay?
Okay. Can you read them now?
Yeah, the skin from the scrotum is used to make the labia. Don't know what that is.
The lips.
The lips.
Just shows you how good you are at sex.
Yeah. The erectile tissue of the penis is used to make the neoclitoris.
Okay.
Right? And then the urethra, which Joey said, nah, never up the urethra, right? Whatever that is preserved and functional. This procedure provides for aesthetic and functional female genitalia in one 4 to 5 hour operation. So there you go. Okay. 4 or 5 hours, Kev. You could be a completely different person.
But it takes a wee bit more than that. Like there's a lot of, say, hormone replacement and a lot of stuff going on in the background before, and that actually happens.
Yeah, like that's literally just giving it like a fucking over.
That's the last part of the transition. Like you're doing an awful lot more before you transition to that. Now, I seen a fella on TV the other night. It was a woman turned into a man, and she said, "This is bullshit. Men have it harder than women," and she turned back into a woman again.
No way.
Yeah, because men, she said, being a man was a bastard because nobody respects men, and I was like, "Whoa."
But is it that easy to go back?
Well, she was given a fake cock, and then the fake cock was taken off her, so then she still has a fanny. I'd say it'd be harder to go the other way. You know what I mean?
That's what she said.
But if you had a penis, and then you became a female, it's hard to get the penis again.
Would you do it?
Unless you stored it.
Hey, would you do it? Would you ever go through a sex change and be a woman?
No, I wouldn't mind being a woman for a day, but I'd be flicking the bean the whole day long. I do it like I'd have to take the day off work. Like, if I was doing it, I'd be definitely booking an annual leave day.
Yeah, you'd be. Why are you not coming in today? I'm a woman today.
I'm flicking the bean.
I have stuff I have to do, which is me. So I don't know.
I love to see. You ever see these pictures go up on Instagram sometimes, and I see one person does it all the time. It says, "I'm having not a me day, but it was kind of like a self day," and I'm like, "You're definitely flicking the bean. You're definitely flicking the bean."
There's no doubt about it. Like, and any girl who doesn't admit to that is a fucking liar.
And I look, even these girls goes. I said it before. She's going for an appointment. Like, there's only one thing she's getting done. She's getting waxed. Get her fanny bald. Okay, but like, if she's getting her nails done, she's getting her nails done. If she's getting her eyebrows done, oh yeah, I'm going to get my eyebrows done. Oh, I have an appointment. She's getting her fanny waxed. As simple as that.
And then the next day when she's walking, like,
I know.
No. With a chin up, kind of like, yeah, I got it done. Yeah,
I look like a chicken down there.
The chicken dance. Kev, do you ever have sex in the cinema?
I've never had full-blown sex in the cinema. No.
Would you? I don't mean now. I mean, would you have like if you could have had?
No, I definitely would.
Well, yeah. Would you? Well, you're horny as fuck now, though.
I'd love to do it. I've asked my wife to do it in public numerous times, and it doesn't happen. No, she's not into public displays of affection.
Yeah, I was just going to say
sexual way.
Is she giving you like a hard no? As in, Kevin, I'm not having this conversation again. I'm not having sex in the park.
No, I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying until maybe one day she says, "Okay, do you want something? Fuck it, shut the fuck up, and let's do it." Maybe someday.
Maybe the top of Ace House Hill, Kev.
But see, well, no, that's very public. But the cinema's dark. The cinema, you can get away with it. A lot of stuff you can get away with in the cinema.
But what film would you go see? Because she's not going to watch it. So
I don't give a fuck.
No, but I'm saying she's not going to see it anyway.
One of those kids club movies at like a $5 a pop.
Might be worried about the audience around you there, Kev.
No, they're sit in the back. They're going to sit near the front because they're hams. You know what I mean? They look at the screen. Ooh.
So you would so you still have no problem at all doing it. Kids 10 rows ahead of you.
No.
Somebody's going to get a phone call when it's ours. I don't know. Like, obviously we were younger. As you said, I never had sex either, but obviously we went to cinema. I don't mean together. And did stuff, not to each other. Let's make that clear. But like, did you ever get caught?
No.
Yeah.
Well, someone said, "Will you stop that?"
Oh my god! Like just some random or like who was in the cinema?
Yeah, the person behind me. Like I was out giving.
I can't even make the noise.
No, I was having the crack, like.
Yeah.
And you fucking stop, like you're in the cinema. I'm like, I was elbow deep, like there's no way I was stopping.
I'm like, I'm looking at my watch. Was that with anybody I know? No.
No.
It wasn't after a bus ride. No. Pretty sure you went to cinema with that girl. Ari.
Right. No, it wasn't her. No.
You definitely went to cinema with her, though.
Yeah, that wasn't her.
It wasn't her. That's okay. I don't know. It's. I almost did one time, but this was like literally 100 years ago, right? But
6 months ago.
No, not Tuesday. She was weird, like she was a strange kind of fish. Like she was from Carrick. She was odd, like
that one. We spoke with this one many times.
Yeah, she was an odd one, like. But yeah, she like. She look, you take what you get in those situations, I suppose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, Kev, we're like halfway through the show, so we're gonna cut it and we're gonna say it's time for a word from our sponsors. Right, Kev, we said we were going to do a little section called dad jokes.
No, I've got 105.
105 dad jokes. So you literally just looked all these up, did you?
Yeah.
Right. Well, what we'll do first is, because I'm pretty sure we aren't going to have the ones that were sent in by a certain somebody. Okay. So let's give her a moment of glory, right? Jennifer sent in, I have a joke about pizza, but it's too cheesy. Okay. What did the ocean say to the beach?
He didn't say it and waved.
Exactly. It just waves. Okay. They are unique. Jennifer, they are fucking unique. So they are. Okay. Right, Kev. Very simple rules here. Okay. We don't interrupt each other. We just simply either give a nod of approval, a smile, a grin, or a laugh, or we just shake our head and discuss. Okay. So
I'll go first.
You go first, buddy.
What do you call an IT teacher that touches his students?
I don't know.
A PDF file. I love that one.
Wow, Kev. Wow. I got fired from the bank today. Customer asked me to check our balance, so I pushed her. Go.
Did you hear about the cross-eyed circumciser?
No.
He got the sack.
Love that one. My penis was in the Guinness Book of Records, and then the librarian asked me to take it out. Touché.
What do a penis and a Rubik's Cube have in common?
No.
The more you play with it, the harder it gets.
Very good. Very good. I told my wife that she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug.
What generation does Forrest Gump belong to?
Hello.
Jenna.
Wow.
I know that one.
Jenna. Right. Look, I'm not saying I'm good looking, right? But every time I go to the bathroom and take my clothes off, I always turn the shower on. Go.
What don't monsters? Sorry.
This is your fifth. This is your last one.
Yeah. Why don't monsters eat ghosts? But it tastes like shit.
Did you ever try archery blindfolded? You don't know what you're missing. And that's the end.
I'm gonna do one more.
Right, go. I have one more as well. I'll do. Right, go on.
What do you call a fake pasta?
No.
An impasta.
Oh my God almighty. Last one. I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's today. His mom wasn't very happy.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, Kevy. Right. Last week, I made a threat to two lads. And I said to them that I was going to tell a story, right? About something that happened many, many, many years ago in my home house in Davor, okay? There's a possibility I may have met one of these two men, these two Suspects, Kev? Is that what we call them? Suspects in this?
Well, it has to be suspects.
Yeah. Now, this isn't going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? It might have been somebody else done it. It was only 2 people that could have possibly done this, okay? So, I was maybe 15, right? And I remember laying on the couch in my sitting room, watching the telly, as we always do, right? Okay? And...
having a wank.
Yeah, and I heard this roar from the kitchen. And I'm like, what the fuck? And all I heard was, get out of here now. And I'm thinking, oh man, they probably found a mess or something. Like, you know what I mean? Some burnt, you know what I mean? Yeah. And
a sock standing up.
I was just walking around the kitchen. And
just crusty as fuck. Yeah.
And
where was this underneath the fucking cushion?
Oh man. So I can't remember if this was back at the time when we had like a fire in the kitchen or something like that. Remember those big cooker thingies you had or something? Stove. Yeah. So
like an aga.
Yeah. So there were my dad and
that was near the back wall, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was over near the window. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't near your window.
It was the window that remember we played tennis?
Yeah.
Remember that window? That window at like behind us.
Well, your sink was looking on to the road.
Yes, the other window. The window that looked at the back, right?
Yeah.
And they were standing, say, at the fire and they were actually emptying out, say, the bathroom bin. Like, they must have been throwing like all the paper, tissue, whatever was in
into the fire, the burner.
Yeah. And they
very green.
Yeah, and they go, what is this?
It was a green cooker, wasn't it?
It was white when I remember
it. Was fucking green when I remember it.
No, the one with the fire, the stove.
Yeah, the big thing.
I thought it was white.
I thought it was green.
I always remember when it was cold days, you'd walk up and put your arse up against it and like warm up the back of your legs.
You can ask your sister. I thought it was green.
I'll ask my sister, but I am nearly adamant it was white. And they're like,
well, you were in the house more times than I was.
Yeah, I just can't remember, Kev. They're like, what the hell is this? And as you already pointed out, I had really no idea what this could have been, right? 15-year-old boy didn't know what this was going to be, right? And he lifts out the bin, an empty roll of toilet roll. So the cylinder, that's the right word? And in the cylinder, placed freakishly perfectly, was a lump of shit. Okay, right? As I said, in the bin, there is 2 people that this could have been, and I don't mean together, right? I mean it was one or the other. I really doubt it was the 2 of them.
How did you know it was them?
Because I know who was in the house that weekend, that day, and all this kind of stuff, right? Because there's one guy I know definitely couldn't have been, right? Because that just would be completely insane if I had been him, right? But lads, I said I already met one of you this week. The other one also listens to this, right? If you remember this, you fucking message us and you own up to it, and then that's the end of it, okay? Otherwise, we're going to have to...
But did the other fella deny it?
No, nobody's denied it. I didn't say it to him. I told him he had to make sure he listened to last week's episode, that there was a story coming in this week's episode, and we had to just see how it went, okay? But it's shit bin gate here, or whatever you want to call it, okay? We are getting to the nitty-gritty of this. It's simple enough, guys. Somebody has to own up for it. Kev, you know what we forgot to do? And this is brilliant. This is brilliant because you're going to highlight again to everybody how you have no honesty, no balls, no decency about you whatsoever, and that you are nothing but a cunt, right? Our fantasy football competition ended last weekend. Me and you, did we bet that we did, Kev? On going into Sunday, you were ahead of me by about 20 points. I had Emi Martinez in goals, did not give me much hope. And I also had Phil Foden and then Haaland as my captain. I ended up battering you by about 60 points, right?
Yeah.
And our bet was very simple. I would go to the novena if you were ahead of me, and you would go give blood, right? Well, Kev, you'll never guess what. This couldn't be any easier for you to give blood. Do you want to know why? You're worried about crashing your car after you give blood, aren't you?
I'm actually, I checked it, right?
Next Wednesday.
I can't give blood.
Who'd you ask? Google? No.
No, I can't give blood because of the medication.
That's bullshit. I'm on the same medication.
No, the other medication.
No, but you can. You just have to tell them what it is. And they write it. No, but let me explain what my purpose was, right? You were worried, oh, I'd probably crash the car, right? Next Wednesday, it's across the road from your house. You can fucking walk to it, right? In a lovely big,
Wait, where is it?
In a lovely big hairy school, right? I'm not gonna tell everybody where you live, like, but that school is across the road from you.
Oh, it is though, in the bush.
There we go. Yes, next Wednesday from like 4:30 to like 8:00. So it is. You could show everybody now that you're a Manny Award, because I would have went to the novena. I would have hated it, but I would have fucking went to it. Because that's what we have to do with bets, Kev. What are you looking up? You don't believe me?
I cannot. I can't take it. I can't do it.
Okay. I'll come up with a different punishment for you.
But I'd have to stop my medication, and I
for
really
a day.
can't stop
for a day.
But, well, no, but see, I'll go into the story, right? Because I never said I was going to do this. I said I was going to do this story at some stage.
You did, Kev. You did. I'm happy you're going to do this. Go. I'm proud of you.
Well,
I love you.
Okay. Well. Okay. A couple of years ago,
I thought you were going to pretend like your camera froze there.
No. Well, you can ask me questions for it. Well, a couple of years ago, I did slump on my neck. I found a lump on my neck. Okay, so this lump on my neck was there, and it was growing and growing. I said, this is a bit dodgy looking. And I kind of passed no marks of it. I kind of be the fella about it, didn't say too much about it. And I kind of went, doing something just getting bigger. And then I went away and ended up having the flu, I think, at one stage. And I went back and I said, so I went to the doctor with the flu because it was actually flu. It wasn't man flu, it was flu. I was hallucinating and everything. So the doctor was like, and I said, come here, I got this lump on my neck. And she's like, okay, let's have a look at it. And she was like, okay, I want to get it looks like a cyst. I want to send it to Loud and get it removed. So I was grand, got to the doctor. This fella fucking, I don't know who he was, Mohammed something anyway. He wasn't Irish. And there he was, and he was having a laugh at me. And he's like, having a feel of it around and grabbing the lump. And he's like, that's not a cyst. He goes, I'm not taking that off. So this is going on. Jesus Christ, it's great grand. Aidan got a scan of it done, like an ultrasound scan, and the man's like, not happy with that. That doesn't look like
this was just before COVID, wasn't it? Like the
kickoff. This is well before COVID. This is well before COVID.
Yeah.
And he said he wasn't happy with it, so they sent me back to the GP. And I told the GP what he said, and he was like, okay. She goes, so there was this place in Dublin. She said, there's this place in Dublin. I can send you private, or I can go public. But this public is just a new way of doing things, the public sector in this hospital, and they're really good. So you could be seen within a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks happened, and I got a phone call that said, can you come for an appointment? So, yeah, of course, I went up to the INER hospital in Dublin in Adelaide Street. Beautiful hospital, one of the most beautiful buildings that's probably in Dublin. And in it walked, and this man met me. This doctor met me, Mr. Dr. Paul Lennon. I thought he was in the Beatles at one stage, but I got confused because it wasn't John Lennon, it wasn't Paul McCartney. So, I was him, Mr. Lennon, and he had a laugh, and he was joking away. He's like, "Okay, grand. No, I don't like the look of it." So, he sent me for an MRI. MRI came back. Yeah, it looked like something. It looks like a tumor. So, scared the living daylights of me. This tumor came back, and I just go, "Fuck me, tumor." So, okay, we're gonna. Blah, blah, blah. We could leave it alone. Not too sure. These sort of tumors aren't usually cancerous. And then he's like, no, we'll take it off you. We'll take it out. So this is called, I can't remember the name of it now, what the tumor was called. But it's on beside the nerve. And he was going through the whole thing of it. What's it called? I can't remember the name of it. I should really remember it. And
you don't need to remember.
And he says, you take it up, but he goes, there's a risk. He goes, there's a lot of nerves around your face. He goes, where we'll have to cut and remove part of it and pull your face around. And so the nerve, he goes, if I cut the nerve, or if it surrounds the nerve, he goes, I could get your eye. He goes, so it'd look like I'd have a droopy eye, or you get me lip. Okay. And as you know, I got big lips, so you imagine that. He goes, you'd end up looking a bit like Rocky. Okay, so that's what Rocky had. So literally, Rocky had that nerve taken away because he had some operation done. So that's why Rocky's like, I don't really want to look like Rocky. No. But I said, if you're going to do it, don't get the eye. I don't want to fucking have a droopy eye. Get the lip. Okay. So Grant in and had the operation and was removed. It was the pain pain of it was such. It was horrendous. Like, it was horrendous pain waking up. I remember waking up from it and we going, whoa, that's sore. Like, I mean, it was agony. Like, and there's a lot of scarring going on, a lot of stuff going on, tubes coming out of everywhere. And so I remember leaving the hospital after I think it was 5 days. I left it on a Saturday. Now, you never leave hospital on a Saturday. I left it on a Saturday, and I'd say I had to get the stitches out the week later. Got the stitches out, and all of a sudden I was sitting here. I really wanted chicken wings, so I got chicken wings afterwards. And I remember just sitting on the couch going, "Fuck, my neck's tight. My neck is fucking tight." It'd go up and it'd go down. I said, "Fuck, that's tight." And I just touched my neck, and I was about 4 or 5 inches where it should be. And I was like, "Wait, my neck is fucking huge." So I ended up going to the on-call doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, either go to Lourdes, or you're going to sit there for hours. You go back to the I&E hospital, hospital, waiting." And they were like, "Yeah." So they drained them. The next day they drained, so all this shite came out of it. It was just a swelling on it. And I thought nothing more of it because he took it out and he says, "Kevin, got it all, happy enough, delighted." I was grand stuff. And then we went back up for my checkup for the results because I said that I had to send it away just to make sure. And it was said it was nonsense. It was kind of said in it, it's grand.
Yeah. And
I walked in to the surgery and all these faces are looking at me going, I'm like, what the fuck? There's my doctor, Paul Lennon. There's another woman there, and there's 2 students behind me. I'm like, my wife sitting beside me, and we're like, how's it going?
Imagine if they had turned around and said, "Listen, we did an X-ray here. Your cock is huge.
Yeah.
Right? We just wanted everybody in.
We want this for medical science." But so this was, and she goes, "This is my oncology doctor. It's oncology." And I'm like, "Okay, right. What's oncology?" Didn't know what oncology was. And I said, "What's oncology?" And she said, "It's to do with cancer." I'm like, "Fuck. I usually told me this wasn't cancerous." So it literally came back, and whatever way this tumor works, there was cancerous cells in it, but it wasn't. So it was nearly on the turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on the turn to go cancerous. I never got worried about it at any point, really, until the word cancer was placed in front of me. And to say you shit yourself a little bit of a turtle head comes out at you.
Too fucking right.
That was probably one of the scariest moments in your life now, when you turn around and you go, fuck. At this stage, I had 2 kids. And you kind of go, whoa, 2 kids. Okay, right. What are you say here? And then, now, thank God, everything came back, clear as a whistle, in the end. So came back as clear as a whistle. Didn't have the C word, because there was talk about me going on to radium and stuff like that to make sure of it, that it was gone. And I was like, okay, just put me on the fucking thing. Put me on radium. And he was like, "Kevin, radium's ridiculous. Like, it's really bad. Like, your taste will go. Certain things like
COVID.
Certain things will happen to you. Like, might lose taste. You might lose your just dry mouth will always happen. You'll always be." So, and I was like, right, okay, maybe we'll give it a miss. But it came back as clear. And then that was grand. There was checkups been happening, and I just went to the GP one time. And I was like, it's getting bigger again, like. And then ended up going back and seeing my doctor, and he's like, "Okay, oh fuck."
How long was this now? Tell.
This is over probably an 18-month period, maybe 12-month period. And he turns around and says to me, "He Kevin, what you have is a hen's teeth. So the tumor is really rare, but I got a keloid scarring on the tumor, on the scarring. Okay, so a keloid scarring on the scar, which is like a raised area of scarring, which more or less only happens in black people." Okay, so I'm sure
LeBron James
had the same thing. So I'm pretty sure one of my great grandmothers, okay, had a bit of black on her. Okay,
it would explain something else, Kev.
It would explain a lot. Explain the lip, explain the cock, explain the scarring, explain a lot of things. Explain the hands, explain the feet. A lot of things going on. Okay, so that was grand. I was right back in again, surgery again. Grand, out she comes. And they're like, "We want to send you for another scan." So MRI it. And they're like, "Oh, Kevin, I have some bad news for you." I goes, "What's wrong now? What the fuck is wrong now?" She goes, "Kevin, we found something above where the scarring was near your, above your ear. It looks like you have an aneurysm in your brain. And I was like, fuck off, Dr. Lennon. I like seeing you, but fuck off. He goes, I'm going to send you to this fella. So I went to see this fella, got an MRI scan, which is even more detailed than MRI. And they were like, no, don't, nothing to do with me. Send you to another doctor. So now I'm with this man called Dr. Williams. Dr. David Williams, not the novelist and not the comedian. That's David Williams. This is David Williams.
No, David Williams is the guy that does like Today FM or something, or a TV show. David Williams, news guy. He's a news guy.
Okay, but I think that the other fellow, fucking David Williams, does Britain's Got Talent and all
David
that.
Williams, David Williams.
David Williams, yeah. Okay, so no, so I went to see this, and he's like, and he was a stroke specialist. Okay, so lo and behold, I don't have an aneurysm in me fucking skull. I have an enlarged artery, okay, in me noggin, okay, which means I'm on stroke medication, so aspirins more or less to make sure I don't take a stroke, and I don't. And see, the thing is, with strokes, there's two different types of strokes. So you have whatever stroke and my stroke, okay, other parts of that. Okay, so you have a stroke that blocks, because you have blockage stroke, which will, a lot of shit goes into your arteries, blocks it off, and
oh, is that where you go on one side? Is that what that's called? Like if you go right, okay.
Which is, was it fast? So if you see someone taking a stroke, so if you see me taking a stroke, so it's face, the face might droop.
Act.
The arm might go.
S is stomach.
Speech.
And
T is time.
Jesus, I'm shocking at this, right? Okay.
Time is the big one, okay?
What, you asked them what time it is?
No, you see, time is vital to get to see medical help straight away.
I thought you meant what time is it, and it goes, I can't lift my arm up to see.
No.
Right. Okay.
No. So there's a blockage stroke and then there's a collapse stroke. Okay. So mine, if my artery keeps getting bigger, it could stretch too far and it just collapses on itself. And then there's no blood can get through now because it's collapsed. So that's what I'm on the medication for. So to make sure I don't take a stroke. So yeah, that's how my story, it's probably 4 years ago since I probably had it now.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that kind of set me off. As you know, people mental
health
issues.
Time out. Yeah. I now understand why you can't give blood. Carry on, so carry on,
like, so people might say mental health issues and so on, but my mental health issues really started the year after I had the first surgery, because afterwards I was like, okay, I'm going to get really fit. This is not going to fucking hit me again. I'm going to beat this. I'm better than this. I'm going to get really fit. So I did. Running 10Ks, raced 10Ks. So I was aimed for this anniversary 10K. It was then an inch in Wexford. Okay. So I said, I'm going this on the anniversary of me getting out of the hospital. I'm running 10K in a race. Did it. And I expected to feel this weight coming off my shoulders. Yeah. I expected this to be a turning point. Okay. So the ball of my eyes are coming across the finish line. It didn't happen. And I was like, fuck is wrong? Why didn't that happen? So I started building it up.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it wasn't just anxiety that hit me. I'm pretty sure I had pretty much a breakdown, because one day I was fine and the next day I fucking wasn't. Everything just snapped. It was like, whoa, a lot of stuff went on, a lot of dark period went on in those few days afterwards, especially. And I kind of built myself back up slowly, and it still takes its time, still gets there every now and again. But I'm pretty sure I had a breakdown on that point, because I was like, I thought this was going to be the end of it, and then it was like, oh, it's fucking really not. And lo and behold, guess what? It's still fucking going. So I'm actually back up next month to see my Dr. David Williams to see if we get another scan done to see if it has changed its shape. So if it's changed its shape, I don't know what the fuck happens next. Probably get a shunt stuck in there or something. If not, then I hopefully just carry on the way it is.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that's.
I want to literally. I think everybody's probably that's the longest you've ever talked for on this podcast, and I think that's something that you 110%. Even looking at you now, right? You okay? Hey, yeah. You're fine. Want to take a break?
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Hey, everybody, that's an amazing story you're after telling, Kev. That's not a story. You're after telling truth. You're after telling an amazing truth. I'm proud as fuck of you right now. Okay? I remember the night you broke down. You were in my fucking sitting room.
That was one of the nights, yeah.
That was one of the nights, boy. And then the next day I walked into work and wrote out this massive plan to setting up a football game for mental health charities and all this kind of stuff. Dundalk versus Drogheda, the Legends and all that kind of stuff. And it didn't happen. Then another charity got set up and just took the idea. But yeah, Kev, I love you. And I think everybody loves you. And I hope to God everybody understands what you're after going through and saying.
Not too bad.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fucking nobody. You know what we'll do, Kev? We'll talk about Chineses. Right.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I can't get blood.
Just to go back 20 minutes, Kev. Don't worry about that bet we did. You have to get a tattoo of that Mike cartoon face on your.
On
your inner thigh. Right, so you do like, hey, have it close to your Mickey. Right, so because we're doing the top fives, which is our favorite Chineses, okay, places, Chinese places, right, restaurants.
Let's do our own first before they mention, because we're probably going to have a lot of the same.
More than likely, right? So I'll go first, right? Okay. I'm going to throw in, and it was technically my old favorite, right? Because I used to go to it a lot, right? Suppers, the China kitchen, right?
You peas and your sausage.
Sausage supper. You go to the Chinese to get 2 sausages with peas and onions and mushrooms and stuff like that.
But it was lovely, but they didn't have enough curry sauce.
No, it was like either all dried into the rice or it just was spread over. It was over one half, and you're like, no, I want it over, because you'd lift it all out and throw it into a bowl, and you're like, there's no curry in this. It's all dried in, so it is like, hey. But yeah. I'd stick the China kitchen in as my number 5 this week, Kev.
I'm going old school. I'm going back in time, Pickle. I'm going way back. One of my favorite restaurants, one of my favorite Chinese ever.
Paz.
3 o'clock in the morning. You name it, you could get out in it. Chung's. I'm going Chung's.
Where was that?
Opposite Town Cabs.
Was that called Chung's?
Chung's, yeah.
It's where the had a restaurant.
Dundalk, isn't it? Yeah, it had a restaurant. It had everything going on in it. It's brilliant.
Man, I remember sometimes after Vodafone, where on a Friday night, if we'd finish at say 9 or 10, we'd go in there, eat, and then have your night out. Like,
and then somebody ruined it by putting pens in a tray one night. I remember the news going to, and Alan owned it. A fellow called Alan used to own it. It used to be in the bookies all the time.
Right.
And somebody put pens into his curry, like, so they kind of hid pens, and they're like, oh, look what I found in my curry. Somebody put pen, like, there's no way they'd put a 3-in-1. The pens would be at the counter, where the pens that wouldn't be in the kitchen, but someone tried to ruin it on them. But yeah, it was one of the nicest restaurants ever. Used to love it, big time.
Nice. Now, I used to not like this place, but then I started to liking it now, right? Now, look, it's not a cheap fucking curry. May as well be completely honest here, right? But everybody will know it. Young's down at the corner of near Bridge Street, as in just before Bridge Street.
What's that called? Something Square.
Oh, they'd probably be naming it because all them stupid seats.
Something Quarter, isn't it? I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, so that place there on the corner before the pub. So it is like you look at it. You're like,
now, hang on a second. That is bad description. On the corner beside the pub. Like, there's many pubs in Dundalk.
No, but
down
on
beside
that
the Green
corner,
Church.
Down that direction. Now, so I remember.
They used to have a green shutter. Now they have a how are you?
So now, our last thing we had, I think, was one of the lockdowns, right? Okay, where I ran in to grab it, we rang it. You know what I mean? And like, it's still the same. Like seating. It's like you're walking into a 1970s restaurant. Like, it's mental looking.
But the lace curtains on the window.
Yeah, but as a curry, like, shockingly tasty. Like, you know what I mean? It's but as I said, I know everyone has their own pricing and all that kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean? It is a dear old curry, but very, very tasty curry. So yeah, I'll put that in as my number 4, Kev. What's your 4?
Where's that one? Hang on, just making sure I'm right.
You trying to find a place, or are you trying to find a?
No, that isn't it.
I'm sure maybe heard that. I just farted on the shoulder. Sorry.
I'm going to go even it's not one of my favorites. It's one of my Jade. Can't go really wrong with the Jade.
Not on my list at all.
Is it not?
No.
Can't go wrong with the Jade. Lovely inside, fantastic inside. One of the nicest probably restaurants that we have in the town.
That the Adelphi Jade?
No.
No, sorry.
Jade Garden.
The Jade Garden, right? That's the one that by Russell's.
Yeah,
big black front on it.
Yeah, Dublin Street, not Dublin Street.
Yeah,
Park Street.
Park Street. Yeah,
absolutely fantastic. The food is fantastic. The food's unbelievable. Another Alan, I think, owns that one as well, and just lovely food, lovely grill, and absolutely tasty, and make it the way you like it. I like it chili, so if it's extra hot, to make it extra hot.
Yeah. Is it just a load of Chinese Allens that own all the restaurants?
I don't think they actually call Alan, or they just like being called Alan.
That's like the meerkat. What was it? Was he Alan?
Alan, yeah, he was Alan.
Deadly. See, mine's more about like takeaway Chineses, okay, than sitting in Chinese. So the next one I'm going to give is, used to love this place because it was out near where it used to be a fun factory, right? Nice day.
Lovely food.
Newry Road, beside Aldi and the coffee place.
Yeah.
Coffee corner. No, but I can't even name it. The coffee
Gourmet coffee.
Definitely not called that, but 100% is definitely not called that. Custom coffee. There we go.
Same thing.
Yeah, gourmet and the exact same thing. So yeah, that was again. I like a curry with veg, right? So I like when you say put onions
and peas
and mushrooms. So yeah, and peas. You know what I mean? Onions, peas, mushrooms. I like that in a curry, and these are all places that you could get that in. You know what I mean? And a nice day, fucking like chunks of chicken. Like proper bowls in the sense of chicken.
Big lumps of chicken.
Big lumps of chicken. So yeah, I'll stick that as my number 3, so I will.
I'm going to my number 3 pickle. It is my number 3. Yeah. Another place that unfortunately closed, the Curry House.
The Curry House. The
Yin Lee's place. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Curry House. Unfortunately, on the Dublin Road there, absolutely, the curry was really spicy, really tasty. Lots of onions in it. Absolutely fantastic. Big fan of it. Unfortunately, it has closed.
I had it once. No, I didn't even have a curry. Avi brought home
raw onions. Delicious.
That's important. Yeah, that's important. So she brought home like a curry chip or something one night. To me, I used to go grab her something, and I think her mate was getting something in there. She's got a couple of curry chips. I couldn't, like, I had it obviously because it's me. I'm a bin, like, but like it was, I couldn't. It was too hot. Like it was too. I couldn't. I never had there before. I think maybe had it one time 4 years ago, and I can't remember. But no, that's not on my list, unfortunately. But yes, and people have mentioned it when we call out the names of the place, and that of course was mentioned by people. And you never know. It'll open back up again for Christmas. I have no doubt. Right. So my number 2 is Oriental in Bay Estate. Right now,
Oriental walk-in, isn't it? No. See, this annoys me about you, right?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say it myself, but you won't wait, Kev. Why do I like?
No, you don't.
Right.
But you like getting pasta out of it.
I like getting pasta out of it. Yeah. Oh, I'm such a ham.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
They do a lovely carbonara, right, with chicken
and
bacon in a Chinese with chicken and bacon. Right? I'm the guy who likes the sausage supper, right? So, don't make a joke.
I can understand the sausage supper because it's curry in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Carbonara isn't curry. Of anything, it's like mixing Italians with Chinese. It's like what would we call it? Is like.
Here we go. This could be dangerous.
No, I'm not going to say.
Yeah. I was going to just get one. But no, they do also do
Jam Piero, ding ding a ding.
Nice. The wife would get.
Oh, Gian Piero Lickcock.
Nice, Kev. Nice. I like that. We don't know anybody with those names. The wife would get it mixed. Now she found this new thing, right? It's she likes her Thai red curries. Right?
Okay, I make a decent Thai red curry.
Yeah, but to me it's just Heartburn City. So she gets it now as a Thai red, like mixed meat. So you get like the prawns, the chicken, the beef. You get like all pork. Yeah, you get all of that. So when I get back from football, love a bit of pork in the morning. So I come back at 10 o'clock from football. I'm like, did you leave anything for me yet? And I'm like, sweet, that'd be nice. But yeah. Oriental super pasta. That's my number 2 top Chinese.
My number 2
makes sense.
My number 2, the Gourmet Palace there on is it Ann Street? Is it Park Street? Just above what do you call it?
Because it's that side of Courtney's, I would go Park Street.
Okay. So absolutely fantastic. The Portuguese chicken, I must say, fantastic.
It's a fucking Chinese.
It's baked curry. So it's a baked curry. It's
What do you
kind of
mean? Explain that. I'm not the chef here,
so,
right? My brother was.
So instead of being like a fried curry, as in a pot to kind of bake it in the oven, it is tremendous. I'm telling you, get Portuguese baked chicken from the Gourmet Palace. It won't let you down.
Portuguese baked chicken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Delish.
Nice, Kev. Right.
I might get one of those maybe next week.
Yeah, me too. Feeding myself next week. Right. So, number one, Kev. This is across the road from my woman's home house. This is called the New Great Wall. Because I am not lying to you.
I thought that was the one up beside the Maxwell.
No, down the Caston Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
That's New Walk Frying. That's New Walk Frying.
There we go. This is the New Great Wall. It's had a couple of different names, but it's been the New Great Wall now for a good while. Okay. Tops. I always judge every wall like this by, apart from Oriental, because I love the pasta, by the chicken curry. That's the one dish I think you should probably always base.
Well, tell me the one dish you only order.
Oh, it is, but that's why I can base it on, right? It's incredible. The sauce is like thick. There's huge onions and raw onions, kept, but huge raw onions in it. Even bigger chicken than what Nice Day have. I mean, proper big chunky chicken balls, like, you know what I mean? They don't better than a load of balls in your mouth at the same time when you're eating it. And yeah, I have to say, they do everything is class in it. I have to say, we get chicken cheese rolls. Chicken cheese rolls are incredible. They are. Do you ever have chicken cheese rolls, Kev?
Not a big fan of them.
Oh, I love them. I like the more spring rolls. Nice. No, I used to always have spring rolls till I found out that you can get something that has chicken and cheese in it, and it's wrapped like a spring roll. Come on.
The mini.
No. They're a good size. Well, to me, they're a good size. Like, well, you know what I mean. To me, it's a good size. But sure, to me, everything's a good length. What's your number one, Kev? I'm actually curious. Wait a minute. What could be Kev's number one? Is it open? Is it still open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Jesus, I'm trying to think of what people sent in. It's not going to be that place in Park Street that people go at 4 o'clock in the morning, is it?
No.
Right. Okay.
Go to chopsticks. No. I would have had this every week for years.
Is it? I never even thought of this. Is this in a place that you stand at? Could we technically have mentioned the Sing Levan here?
No.
Because it's restaurants.
Yeah. No, it's not that.
Right.
I had this every week on a Thursday night for many years. I don't understand how you didn't get it.
Wait. I can't remember what it is. The kitchen. No, not the kitchen.
No.
It's where that place is now, isn't it?
No.
That you mentioned. Kev, what's the name of it?
It was the Black Walk in Black Rock.
Oh my God!
You used to deliver to us every Thursday night at work.
Oh man, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Used to work nights. Okay, in a place we used to work in.
Hey, class.
And every Thursday night you had Chinese. So before I had my Chinese, I wouldn't have a target. Okay, and then after my Chinese, it gave me the extra springy step, and I get my target.
Yeah.
It's a Black Walk, and I remember one night, right? You weren't working with us at the time, and we all got our bits and pieces. We always got the same thing. People would nobody share. Everybody would get their own dish. But one of the girls, right, she ordered her, what was it? Crispy salt and chili chicken.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, and with veg. I can't remember exactly. It was salt and chili chicken, and everybody would eat half of it, right? So you'd eat half your dish, and I used to go home then on a Friday morning and finish the rest of it before going to bed because it was my bedtime then.
Yeah.
But one of the girls, she did the same. She used to do the same. She took it home, and somebody, right, had eaten the chicken out of it. So it left a little bit of veg in it, but it was all wrapped up in the paper bag again. So she didn't realize it. But somebody had eaten the chicken out of it. So nobody knows who it actually was.
My God.
Until this day. So somebody, we think, went in, took out our food, ate the chicken, put it back in the bag, and she took it home to eat it, and it was all gone.
That was definitely Niall O'Brien with a shot over there.
So absolutely fantastic, the Black Walk.
Oh man, yeah, great shout, Kev. And that reminds me, and I think I said this before, I'll never forget the time somebody came into the call centre in Vodafone and said that somebody took the ham out of their sandwich. They literally opened up the sandwich and they took the ham out, closed it back up, wrapped it back up, ate it. Obviously.
Well, another guy at work. Okay, I won't mention his full name. Okay, but he used to have sandwiches every day at work. Okay, this is a fella that you know. He used to have sandwiches every day at work. Can I tell this story?
With sandwiches? Does he still work there?
He still works out. And someone robbed the sandwiches, and he found out who robbed the sandwiches, and told on the person to rob the sandwiches, and people weren't happy but he robbed the sandwiches, but so now we call him something sandwiches. So Johnny Sandwiches had his sandwiches stolen, but yeah, out of sandwiches.
Brilliant, Kev. Brilliant.
And I'm not going into details of where he worked or who he worked with or so what his second name was.
No. Johnny Sandwiches. Right. So,
or it could be David Sandwiches.
Yeah,
or it could be Paddy Sandwiches.
Yeah. It could be Paddy Boner Sandwiches. Who knows? Like, you know what I mean? They could be eating it all. Right. We got a lot sent in. Okay. So we got the key sent in by Siobhan. We got Black Walk in Black Rock with 2 laughing emojis from Jennifer, because obviously she was still giggling from her 2 brilliant jokes that she sent in.
Or she's thinking of Black Cock.
She might be. And then we got, I would say Cox. We got Walks then. Just Walks.
What's that?
I don't know. Amy sent that in. Walks. Maybe she means like, isn't there 2?
There'll be new Walks frying.
Possibly, yeah. The Adelphi Jade by Amanda Bay. One person sent in the one answer that I was looking for the whole time, because I wrote out the message and then realized that I think I left out the word restaurant or something here, right? I think I worded it as your top favorite Chinese's or something like that. And my man, number 21 goals, Mr. Sean, right? Sent in Jackie Chan. And I literally wrote back to him, thank you, because I knew how I wrote it that at least one person was going to write something like that. So yeah, Bailey, love you. Dan then sent in Sunhouse, R.I.P. And
wow, yeah, it's closed, isn't it?
Yeah, the Sun. That's your place. Oh wait, the Sun House. That's the Curry House.
As well.
The Sun House, the one down from Coffee Time, the long white one.
Yeah.
I had that before. Yeah.
It was lovely. It's run too.
It's the Turkish Barbers now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And something else. I think there's 2 places there or something. Fuck is right. Oriental as well. Dan sent in one of mine. Pamela sent in Young's. Young's. That's on my list as well.
Yeah.
Ottawa Show only sent in Gourmet Palace, your place, Kev, with your Portuguese baked chicken. I even wrote it down. I might just call the episode Portuguese baked chicken, Kev. Chinese Palace RD from Rosemary.
Oh.
We even get Forderfield. Rosemary then also sent in Shang Garden Loud Village.
Oh, it's lovely.
Right.
I've had that. It's really, really good.
Whereabouts is it?
It's right beside Socks, and across the road from Amos. It's right beside Socks.
Nice. And then my sexy assistant, obviously, Avi, sent in proper top 5.
Now, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Your sense of direction is really shit.
Why?
Right? You said RD, right? And then you said further afield. Loud Village. Loud Village is a lot. No. Loud Village is a lot closer than RD.
Depends where you're sitting. So it does. Yeah, so I was saying Avi sent in Oriental. Man, what a shock. Similar list. Oriental, New Great Wall, Young's. And then she has Jade Garden. And I certainly didn't take her. And Gourmet Palace. I certainly didn't take her there either. And then the last one we got sent in was The Kitchen by Minnie Bailey.
Always that was lovely.
The Kitchen was always very nice. The one.
But you know what frightened me about The Kitchen?
What?
You'd ring up and say, "Hello, Kevin," because they had your number in the book or number on the screen. I was like, Jesus, that's wrong. That's wrong. That you know my name.
Yeah. Now the one
it's kind of like you. It's kind of like you ringing Tony's Pizzeria and then knowing your name.
Yeah. Ring, Pego. Well, just because it's been Wednesday and Thursday, followed by Saturday for the last 6 years, doesn't mean you have to fucking remember me that well. But I love you, Tony. We love you. So, The Kitchen, I was going to say, right? Kitchen annoyed me because it's the closest Chinese to my house, right?
Yeah.
And it was the longest fucking delivery. It made no sense. You'd be waiting an hour and a half and you'd be like, I could have walked up and picked the fucking thing up.
You might have burned off a few calories if you did that.
Could have done like, but then eating a bag of fucking
prawn crackers on the way home.
I'm looking like they just did a load of cocaine or something like that.
No, but that was always my favorite part. You got the
cocaine.
The prawn crackers. No, the prawn crackers wasn't bad either. You got the prawn crackers, and see, I used to drive home because I'd have to drive a little bit further.
Yeah.
And you just eat the prawn crackers the whole way home. And I was like, when you realise then there's no prawn crackers left. So I used to order 2 bags of prawn crackers. So you get a free bag.
Yeah. Over 20 quid. Yeah. Is that what it was? Yeah. Jesus.
Free prawn crackers.
Okay, and then you sneezed your aneurysm out of your fucking nose there, buddy.
And then you get another prawn cracker for actually having it with your meal.
Fuck. Okay. And you are a scrawny cunt. I eat when you're not fucking me, Kev, right? Well, I don't mean like that. You are not me. Obviously, you're not fucking me on a TV screen. But yeah, look, Kev, I think that's a pod show, man. We did go a little bit over this week, but again, I want to thank you for sharing your story. I know. Look, the important thing is, Kev, what you said is you found something and you went and got it checked.
Yeah, go get it checked, guys. Don't be trying to be the big fella and try to hide it.
No jokes here. No.
I could have left it a wee bit longer and I could be in a different fucking game here I'm playing. But I'm not. I didn't. I left it probably slightly longer than I could have done. But if I had to leave it, ignored it and let it go another couple of months, I could have been in a different game. I could be the thing I didn't want to be is bald. And let's not be honest. And that's no more of a lie.
And this show would not be as good as the -1 and Pickle show. That name of that show would be fucking.
The Pickle show wouldn't be just as good.
It just wouldn't be as good. Like, you know what I mean? Me talking about fingering and stuff like that with like Kev's reaction would just be pointless. So it would like. And again, who wants to listen to one guy with one small cock? When you have one guy with a big one guy with a small one, you can enjoy both banters. Kev, we all love you, guys. Thanks so much for listening in. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy it again. My lovely son is going to be 2 this weekend. Kev's godson.
My godson.
Yeah, is going to be 2 this weekend. Can't wait for that.
Present. Now, by the time he's listening to this, either his present has arrived or hasn't arrived. It did tell me that it was going to be 5 to 10 working days. We are at day 9. Yeah. So tomorrow is the last day. Yeah. So look, the episode will be out either on Saturday, depending on how the day goes, or it might be out on Sunday this weekend. I'll see what the crack is. But listen, thanks as always for joining us, guys. Have an awesome week. Kev, tell them what to do. Share the show.